didn't have. I was still looking at the Ventus runes there.
Well, I take it we're using the Ventus on the Nathria, so not these guys. Since these guys got nerfed.
Well,
or can you pop multiple Ventus runes?
Yeah, I mean, these guys did get nerfed, but that's not going to magically... They got percentage nerfed. That's not magically going to make us do mechanics right.
Hello.
But then that also means Ventus runes won't help us do mechanics right either, so...
We'll just see how it goes.
But my question was, can we use multiple Ventus runes? One on this bus and... Okay, so...
Use one a week.
Yep, 1 a week.
It only lasts on that boss that you use it on.
Pull trash is. Is Javi getting coffee or something?
Our kid.
Alright, I got it.
It's a weird name for a kid.
Oh, sometimes that's all you want to call them.
Coffee?
Kid.
Well, their kids are like coffee. They definitely keep you awake.
They also cause you to sleep.
As you're quiet, put your mic in front of your face.
Probably help. Kids are the best. Y'all should have some.
Do not be blinded by misplaced loyalty. The bargain that Nathrius has struck will destroy Revendreth.
Says is there a hard pass in there somewhere?
Every day when I go to work and I tell one of my coworkers about having kids, it just strengthens his resolve to never have kids.
That's all you can do as a parent.
Just be birth control for others.
Pretty much.
Work with the public and do better.
Why would anyone choose to work with the public?
Well, when you work with the public, you realize why you don't want to have kids. Nobody can do this anymore.
Have you guys ever seen that European commercial where it's like a dad with this kid in a grocery store? He's just crying and screaming and pulling on everything and just yelling and screaming at all the other parents or people in the store, like giving them dirty looks. And at the end, it's a commercial for like Trojan condoms.
Yeah, I was saying that's pretty good.
I'll link it in Discord when we find it.
There's a doctor around here that's put up billboards that says daycare $500 a week, vasectomy $650 for life.
The irony about all this is if any of our parents had that same notion, we wouldn't be here.
They would have said.
You're not wrong.
Well, I actually enjoyed my kids. Still do, actually.
You're weird.
I put the video up in Discord.
When Mrs. Jumblo made the decision we're not having kids, I was like, thank God. How much cool stuff I can have.
Living that dink life.
I was like, I'm okay with that. She works with kids, and she's like, I couldn't come home and try to take care of kids. Like, understood.
That's one thing I do commend, like the people who watch our kids have kids, and sometimes their kids are at the daycare with them. Just spend your day around children.
Well, that's just unfair.
I love my kids, but I also like my breaks from them.
Confirmed, Ezzy is weird.
Yeah, I can work here too.
I does work when they're adults.
And adults is what I can't stand.
Well, I mean, senior kids once they become better.
Okay, whenever they get above 60, but I mean, you guys age. And I will give you, kids are different now than they were 20 years ago.
Oh yeah, they're utter shits, the brats.
It's more frowned upon to beat them now.
Yeah.
In public.
Doors.
You always said the same thing.
I worked in a community once where like these are like straight up like calling cops on people spanking their kids in public.
All right, I know you don't want to listen
So
to me
bad.
talk, but real quick, we're just do this, set it up. I want everyone to pay attention, so we only have to do this once ever. So the echoing eruption. There is a mechanic that makes us we have to have multiple people soak it. So there are 3 markers in the back. That is where those 3 echoing eruptions go. Okay. I need you to focus on paying attention to making sure you're taking the echoing eruptions to the back in the crystal crack, whatever the thing is called. Yeah, crystallized thing to where it needs to go. Now, basically how this is going to work is we're going to set up 2 people for each marker and a backup. So when these echoing eruptions are going to be going out, these people, you need to be talking to each other. Saying if you can't, basically what's going to happen is when it goes off, we just make sure you 2 are alternating in your spot, and if something happens where you get the debuff or you have to run out for a blade or something, you need to call on your backup to go soak that spot. Okay? So, I'm going to set up 2 ranged for every spot, and then y'all can decide amongst yourselves who wants to do first or whatever, just whatever y'all want to do. So, for circle, I'm going to put Sidewinder and Diclonius. For triangle, I'm going to put Rog and Hog. Get you 2 to work together. And then for square, I'm going to have Barry and Ed. Alright? Now, backups, Rafaj, I want you to be the backup for circle. I want... Who's another high mobility melee? I guess Pro. Pro, you can be the backup for triangle, alright? And I will be the backup for square. Does that all make sense? So if you're assigned to one of the markers, go stand on it for me real quick. Just go stand there.
And we alternate, one of us comes here, then the other one?
Yeah, for when the explosion goes off. Now, the thing about all this you have to pay attention to is, like, say for example, Rog and Hog are at triangle, right? Guess I wanted your circle.
Oh, I thought you said triangle.
No, your circle. So let's say, for example, Rog just soaked triangle and Hog is going to get the next one. But when they go out, Hog gets the one that has to drop it blue. So basically that literally gives us like 4 or 5 seconds to call out for the backup. Pro, you have to get the triangle now. Like, you're going to have to react really quickly if you're the backup, okay? It's got to be instant. You have to get over there and soak it. And then...
If that happens,
yeah,
just say backup and your marker. So backup
just
triangle, backup square, something like that.
Yeah, backup circle.
Okay, now I have a real dumb question.
Go for it.
How will I know that I have got the thing that needs to go to blue?
So we're gonna have them in order. So 1 is circle, okay? And we're all like, so the first one's gonna circle, second one's triangle, third one's square. Now, if you screw up and get them in the wrong order, I don't care as long as it's at least on a marker. It's just always from left, fill from left to right, always. So say if accidentally someone puts one at triangle and circle's open, put it at circle.
Question.
Yes.
When we get the 4th, is the first one going to be already disappeared, or will it go off one last time?
It should be disappeared. I think we should only have... With this many people, I'm not sure. Actually. So, I don't know. We'll find out. This many people, I'm not sure.
Yeah, in Haruk, we've gotten 3 only. The first one disappears when the 4th one goes out.
Okay, so I'll go again real quick. Hog. So basically the echoing eruptions, we have to have... Okay, so for the echoing eruptions, we have to have 2 people alternating soaking them. Because you can't soak them over and over because of the debuff. Okay? So we have to have 2 different people soaking it. So, like for circle, I'm just gonna say sidewinders first. So someone's gonna drop one at circle, right? And then the next time they explode, that one's gonna go off, and then we'll be dropping one at triangle. Well, sidewinder's gonna soak the one at circle. And then the next time around at circle, Declonius is gonna soak, and they're just gonna alternate. And then if something comes up, they call for their backup. And the same thing over here. So let's just put Rog first. So someone's gonna drop one at triangle, and it's gonna go off, and it's gonna leave crap on the ground. And then when it echoes, Rog, you're gonna run in there and soak it. And then the next time around, Hog's gonna run in and soak it. And if for any reason you are unable to soak it, and it's your turn, you need to call triangle backup.
And confirming, actually dropping it the very first time does not put the debuff on you, does it?
It does.
Okay, so if
you don't, if someone's dropping it, you don't need to soak it.
And
no. I'm talking about if I get the first one and I run a circle, I've now got the debuff, so Dick will be first.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Hence communication. Basically, if one of the soakers gets it to drop somewhere, then you'll have to adjust on the fly.
And then you've got the backups in case for some reason one is running out with blades, or you have to go deal with something else is going on. You know, if something else is going on, you can't make it. Just call for your backup. Does everybody that's soaking and doing that understand? Yes. Ed, Barry, Hoggerog. Okay. So who's going first in each group?
Sidewinder, circle.
Okay. And then who's triangle?
I'll go first at triangle.
Okay. Who wants to go first on the square?
I'll go first on square.
All right, cool. Now we've got that covered. We wanted to go over positioning for the boss real quick, so we're going to be tanking the guy. It doesn't matter, but what's her face? Cal. Tank her with her back to us over here. So basically, her front's going to be going over here. In melee, you're going to be stacking on diamond marker. Actually, I'm going to do it with Rafaj because I'm running around all over the place picking up. That's what we were doing. Picking up the things. There's a reasoning for all of where you're standing, but Rafaj knows when to move where. But diamond will be moving around. So, for example, when the thing we have to soak is, will be over here. When the blaze coming out will be over here. You know, be moving around a bunch. Just make sure you're with diamond melee.
And when the ads come out, are we having the tanks, or ad phase when the boss is shielded? Are we having the tank move off to the side still?
Yeah, you can just run like right over here with Crawl. It doesn't matter on the other guy, but with Crawl, you can move her out just a little bit to make it a little easier to deal with. Any questions?
You want us to vanish rune now, or make a few?
Let's make a few pulls first.
Okay.
So if there's no questions, let's get going.
1 second.
Sorry, one question, just to make sure I'm clear on this. We don't go in as they're dropping it, we go in after they drop it to soak.
Yes, yes, because they're going to drop it. Dropping it, they're soaking it if they're dropping it.
We just need to be there when it blows up.
Yes, when it echoes, not when the first time it goes off.
And remember, if they're overlapping, you only want to be in one.
I definitely learned that before.
I'm here, sorry.
Yeah. Alright. Here we go.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Your rebellion ends here! Traitors must die!
Sorry.
Wicked blade.
Focusing the ads.
Zen, you need to be on the back of the boss.
Yeah, melee over here. That's crystallized.
Easy if you...
So.
No one got... No one...
Wicked blade incoming.
Mammoth poke and foe in the next one.
Yeah.
Crystallize incoming.
Probably get this one.
So,
Hurts a lot.
Wicked blades out.
Oh, I think you missed that crystallize. You need to be in the next one.
You can just go ahead and honk you it, it's fine. Okay, pull her over a little bit.
Wicked blades.
Clear the skies.
As I'll take it.
Watch the blades coming back.
Yeah, don't bother hitting the boss. Stay on the ad at this point.
Yeah, you can't even hurt the
Crystallize.
boss. Dodge.
Red twirlies.
Soak. Guys, you still gotta soak. Swipe. Die.
Stand in red swirlies.
Once we get to that transition, everybody freaks out and starts running all over the place.
Yeah. When transition happens, just leave the boss alone, and the mechanics don't change.
Yeah, it's just, oh, there's swirlies on the ground that you have to, like, move an inch to get out of. It's really not that big of a deal.
And on heroic, just like during the normal phase, we focus on the ad anyway.
Ma'am, come back with some better stories.
And honestly, it's not even bad on the ground that's gonna one-shot you into the world. It's bad on the ground that you should, I'm a raider, I can dodge stuff on the ground on autopilot kind of thing. So you don't need to, like, freak out about it.
Yeah, if you manage to hit 2 to 3 in a row, you'll probably die, but
yeah, just
one, you just have
hey,
to
don't stand in the bad.
move on.
Alright, here we go.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Your rebellion ends here!
Traitors must die!
Hey, Hog, is your mic open?
Should be. Melee around the back. Wicked blade incoming.
Maybe it was stuck because it was showing you on my screen.
Tanks, keep in mind we want the ad on the side towards the group, not on the other side of the boss.
Yeah, move it towards
the... That's why. Crystallize, get in there.
So, all those 7 people?
Yeah. Where that ad was right there, that's where we want to take. You just tank in the middle of the melee.
Wicked Blade incoming.
Foe, Mammoth, Poke, Zen. I guess it's still 20 seconds away.
Yeah, whichever tank is taunting the ad can easily move it on the opposite side of where the blades are going.
Poke looks like you have 2 stacks also. Watch your poke.
Crystallize.
Get in that.
So,
Wicked Blade's out. Okay, boss, you can move away. Damage.
Champions, I will clear the skies. Bring me that anima.
Blades out. Crystallize income.
4 people have it.
Crystallize. Soak. Wicked Blade incoming. Anima in as soon as you can.
Guys, melee. 2 more of you got hit. You guys can't be.
There's no reason for melee even to be over there. You can't hurt him. Yeah, just stay away from him. You can't even hurt him.
It's better to spend your time picking up anima than trying to melee the boss.
For 0.1% of the damage.
Dick, I need to soak crystallize, so you gotta go first.
Incoming.
Alright.
Never mind.
Wrong way.
That's crystallized.
Soak.
Haley's down.
Eruption.
Add.
After Wicked Blade.
Never mind, I can get it, Dick.
Alright.
Eruption. That's out. Ready to dodge. Dodging.
Doing it.
Wicked Blade. Crystallize. Get everything up to bleed.
Rock.
Soak. Eruption. Out with that.
New
I
ad.
have her circle.
Okay.
Dodging feet. Wicked Blades out.
As he's dead, get her up.
Melee, go ahead and try and stay tight. Still. Here.
Eruption incoming. Out. Eruption. Dodging.
You got the next one.
Crystallize. Soak.
Yeah, I got him. Good.
Barry's got square.
Eruption incoming. Eruption.
I think we are going to get 4.
Yep.
4.
That's transition. No point hitting the boss.
Need backup for the next eruption. I'm dead, so.
Kill the ad.
Wicked Blades.
Alright, die. As he's down. Just die. Okay.
Treachery has come to an end. Have anything ancient to trade?
Want to set up another couple for the fourth?
So I'm just gonna talk through this out loud, just so I know, making sure my brain's going the right way here. All right. So when that fourth one came out, when he was placing that fourth one, the first one was exploding. So we had 4, correct? Exploding at the same time. Okay. So we're not gonna. So we need another group, I guess.
Kind of.
Kind of, yeah, kind of.
Because when the first one placed disappeared after that explosion.
Yeah. Yeah, I placed it and then circle disappeared.
Could the backups do it?
Then maybe that's what I'm thinking. I don't think we need 3 backups for all, and backup for each. I think what we can do is we can have 1 backup for those 3, and then another set of 2 people to alternate getting that 1 extra one that's moving around. Does that make sense?
Well, basically what's going to happen is if we do circle, triangle, square, and then the fourth one will be somewhere, and then if the people who are doing circle alternate to that fourth one, triangle alternate to circle, square alternate to triangle, would be quote-unquote the most efficient way.
Yeah.
A little more confusing, though.
How can we make that less confusing?
Having a fourth group.
Yeah. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Yeah, here's what we're gonna do. This will work. This will work. Okay. This will work. So you are the backup now. You're the only backup. Does that make sense? Well, it's just the odds are we're not going to need 2 backups at the same time. Okay. Okay. Rafaj, me, and you are Star. Okay.
Suggestion.
Yeah.
Because we're mostly standing right here, rotate them around a little bit further this way. Because we're not going here. Ever.
You're right. We can put one over there. We can put Star over there.
So if we have one dropped kind of way back here in the back against the wall.
That's okay. And then leave the other ones where they were.
Yeah. With so little time, getting out to like square can be difficult if you're already in melee.
You're right. We can put them a bit closer.
They don't have to be 100% spread out. You just have to be careful that if you're soaking, you're not overlapping.
So, do we want to make Star the last one that's filled? Or does that matter? DPS really doesn't matter in this fight.
Yeah.
We'll just do Star first. Who cares?
Bring it to me.
Okay. So same as it was.
Are we all shifting his shape over?
No, none of y'all are changing anything at all.
Circle seemed a little tight to the group, so just remember, ranged, you guys need to be on top of your, because does range have like a stack person?
Range just kind of doesn't die and stands right behind us. We can put a mark on
Should be like
here.
Behind melee, right?
Yeah, we could just moon-ish. How's that sound?
Yeah, because that first one almost hit people.
Yeah,
and it didn't.
I feel like the thing we have to dodge, the crap on the ground, the swirlies, I feel like those spawn under people. So before those go off, if we stack really tight, we're gonna have a lot more room.
It picks some number of people and goes under them 3 times.
So try not to be all over the place when that happens. All right, cool. Let's do the pool. You want to go first or second, or Rafaj?
Doesn't matter.
I'll go first.
I was contemplating execute phases, but it doesn't really line
How
up.
about we'll just communicate as we're going? Who's doing it?
Yeah.
But whether or not it's execute phase. Okay, cool. And just in case everything goes horribly wrong, Poke, you can also be, a backup.
Okay.
Wonder. Like we have people doing
What's up,
stuff.
sir?
7,
Are
6,
you?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Your rebellion ends here! Traitors must die!
Wicked Blade. Crystallize incoming. Soak.
Yeah, once you're adding, it turns into stone form. On the very first one.
Wicked Blade incoming. Crystallize incoming. Soak. Blades.
Alright.
Transition.
As move out.
I'm at 3 stacks.
Wicked Blade incoming.
So there's no reason to be on the boss.
Out with the blades.
Target.
Crystallize incoming.
Up. Rog Hog. Crystallized.
I'm dead for backup.
Soak.
Who's backup to the backup?
Poke.
No one.
Blades incoming. Out with blades.
I'll take it.
There's no point hitting the boss right now. Better to run the orbs.
And then stay away from when the blade in the area that the blade would go out.
Shattering Blast.
You cannot escape my wrath!
Have we used any reses yet?
No.
Get me out.
Crystallize incoming.
Though I may fly a little stiff in the morning.
Boss.
Soak.
Oh, he's down.
Blades out.
We resin? We don't have more than
No,
one
we don't
res.
have another one. 55 seconds.
Rest. Bad DPS.
We want to just stand and stuff.
Yeah, just fine.
That was a good
So,
phase one and
Everyone
half of that
back and
transition.
stand together.
Yeah, everyone has to help Soak. Like, every single person.
And the reason why is even if you don't feel like your health is moving that much with that many people soaking, the people that stand in both of it, if we're not a bunch of people soaking it, they will die.
I mean, the main problem is there's a tank in it, and if that tank gets hit and they're at 30% health and then they die because you didn't soak, it's a wipe. Like, you're soaking to keep the tank alive. Who has to be in it?
Yep, the tank and the other people dropping their bleed.
Yes. So everyone has to be in it.
And in case we weren't clear before, there's 0 reason to be on the boss. You're doing no damage and you're running the risk of getting hit by the blade. And it's just better to not worry about it during the transition phase.
Yeah, you should either be hitting the ad or helping run the orbs or just not taking damage.
Also, I noticed it there. Before you go run across the room, go pick up blood. Look at your debuffs to make sure you don't have like 2 dots on you.
You're buff. Where's waiting on Rock, I guess.
I'm ready now. Sorry.
You buff one last time. Here we go.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Your rebellion ends here!
Traitors must die!
Good blade now. Soak.
I saw at least 5 people not. Well, those might have been mirror images. Never mind. Make sure you're soaking.
I'll have a talk with them after the raid.
The stupid mirror images, yeah, you need to chew them out.
Wicked blade.
And remember, you don't need to run for the hills for that. You just need to get out of the group. It's like the triangle on a nerve. Just get out so it doesn't hit anybody.
Crystallize incoming soon.
Move it back onto the boss, please. Back onto the boss.
Soak. Blades.
Yeah, let's swap at 2
Yeah, I
now.
was low health.
Oh, we have 2 of our soakers dead.
They're both circle.
Yeah.
Oh, Pro and taking circle.
Yeah, Pro and Poke have circle.
Transition. Wicked blade incoming.
You cannot run!
Bring me their anima,
Okay.
Just die.
People just not move.
Yep, somebody just stood in the raid with it.
Then in Ravage.
I was out.
Ravage screwed it up.
Nope,
yeah,
I was
Ravage
the one that
screwed
was
it up.
out.
Ravage
And then
screwed
I
it up.
took it and threw it at the raid after it hit me.
You did it. You're like, you're not going back to the general.
This is an achievement everyone keeps getting.
It's a PvP
kill-
achievement. We're killing each other. I don't like coming back up here, Envy, and you still being here alive. What's
Greetings, sir.
Hey, Zick, make sure when you run out, you spread out.
Back
Don't
with some
stack
better
near each other.
About to
We got hit by both blades on the ricochet.
Yeah, make sure you spread out when you're not. So, just throw this out there. This isn't a DPS race. Don't die. Like, don't die early, okay? It's really hard to die early on this fight if you do stuff right. Like, if you just focus this entire fight on not dying and doing the mechanics right, and do like 80% of the damage you usually do, the boss will die. That's it.
Alright, if we don't need to get all the way to the moon with the thing, I'm not going to bother putting a gateway out there.
No, it's fine. Just that general direction is why it's
Yeah,
over
so
there.
just remember, if the chick that throws it's on the boss, you just need to be far enough apart that they don't hit each other who are out here, and make a triangle back to the boss. And then when she's flying in the air, you just need to be out of the raid and separated. You don't even need to run too far out of the raid. You just need to be out of the raid and separated so that it doesn't hit the raid.
Well, separated and not in a line to where she's from. So
Yeah,
yeah.
But still, I mean, if you're going this, if both of you are standing this direction from each other, we're regardless of which position that boss is in, you'll be fine.
Here we go.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Your rebellion ends here!
Traitors must die!
Blades coming.
No escape!
Crystallize. Soak. Blade soon.
My blade will find you!
Hotkey that turns off game sound. Thank you.
Taunting. Finally got it.
Crystallize soon. Soak. Blades out.
Unless I went to prone you on the next crystalline.
Transition.
I have 2 if you want to take it.
I will clear the skies.
Blade incoming.
Bring me their anima, heroes.
Move out of style.
Drop orb from the circle.
Got it.
Crystallize incoming. Crystallize. Soak. Blades incoming.
Let's once you get to taunting.
Blades.
We got it. Pro now has 2.
Drop the orbs in the circle.
There's 1 by the boss.
Transition.
You cannot escape my wrath. Draven, you alright?
Crystallize incoming.
Tavi and Optics need to make sure they're in there.
Crystallize.
I'm gonna get stunned here.
Soak. Eruption. Roll after blade.
The first eruption is the star, right?
Or circle, either one.
Circle, use circle.
There's eruption.
Range get tighter so you don't get hit by that.
Dodging soon. Dodging.
Just run everywhere.
Blades. Eruption after blades.
I have circle.
It's crystallized, not eruption. Eruption will be next. Soak. There's eruption. Dodging your feet.
On it. Get that clone yourself.
Wicked blades out. Eruption coming soon. Eruption.
Swap.
Dodging. Crystallize after this. There's crystallize.
What are you doing?
Where are you going? Where are you going? Oh, it's the wrong one.
I'm running so fast.
Blade.
Blades
Oh,
out.
You have a pilot.
The whole raid got hit by 2.
And eruption.
and we're dead. Alright.
Yep.
That one was the star, Sam. I think that was number 4, wasn't it?
That was number 4.
Yeah.
I was so worried about placing what I thought I had on me.
Transition.
Yeah.
That's 3rd phase there.
Both of them at the same time?
Yeah.
And then both of them at the same time?
That's the mechanics the whole way, right? Just that.
Yeah.
Yep. And then all of it combined in the last phase?
Well, phase 2 has all of them.
Yeah, that's true.
The only difference is melee has to be more careful about Wicked Blade in the last phase.
Yeah. I think what we should do last phase is separate them a little bit. Have ranged on Crawl and melee on the dude, and then when they get low, then, you know, start getting in there, you know? Have them both close enough to cleave, but make sure she's on this side and he's on this side,
Yeah.
And the melee can just hit this guy.
Agreed.
And cleave both of them, but hit this one. You got that, Tanks?
Sure.
Okay.
So
The ad
I'm getting a debuff that reduces my healing done. Where's that coming from?
That is from the ad when it has low health and a statue. The longer it's a statue, the higher that buff stacks. The moment the ad dies, that's gone. So when the ad turns into a statue, it needs to die very quickly. There are no ads last phase. So how this works is as soon as we hit last phase, we blow hero to make sure we can clean up any ads that are up. Actually, there won't be any ads because it's a transition.
Won't be any.
Okay, we'll probably hit it at 35%. Or 30 or whatever. Probably about there, right?
Yeah, as long as enough people are still alive, we don't want to wait so long that people are dying.
I mean, it's just do the mechanics. Like, the only thing that's there is that one of the tanks is getting hit harder. That's it. And even then, we don't have the Ravenous thing from the ad, so it's almost easier. I mean, it's honestly, it's almost easier at that point because we don't have the ad murdering one person.
When we use a hero on phase 2?
No, we used it last phase. Well, I guess after the second transition, so I guess you could call it phase 2, yeah. As it was then the last phase when they're both up, tank the tank Gersal just like you tank the ad, kind of over in the middle of the melee.
Okay.
And crawl, just keep them just a little bit apart, where it's obvious crawls further away from them, but close enough for cleave.
Gershal doesn't have a cleave or anything, does he?
No, none of them have any frontal cleaves or cones or anything. Are the group things working for the eruptions for the most part? Looks like it is.
I don't think we've gotten that far.
Yeah.
For the people that have gotten it, is getting to square reasonable?
I mean, even if you can't get to square, you get here, that's fine. As long as we have this thing, you don't have to get all the way out to square, just towards square. You don't want to be in these, If you drop it here and you can't, but try to make it score. If you can't, here's okay. Yeah, we should probably just need to call out when the next one's going to start, or maybe call out markers where the next one's going once they're all called.
I'll try and do that when I'm calling it out.
Yeah, I mean, I'll try to remember too.
Late incoming. Crystallize.
Oh, you turn right to the
soak.
Oops, sorry. Just take it back when you can.
Late soon. Crystallize soon.
Come back. Don't go out so far.
That's good.
So.
Yeah, you want to go just far enough where the melee can get into it, but still be in melee.
Yeah, you want. Yeah, just make sure you get it out of everyone, out of range of everyone.
Where it was at the end there was fine. Where it was. Yeah. Alright.
Transition. Late soon.
Champions, I will clear the skies.
Blade incoming.
You cannot run! Bring me their anima, heroes.
Crystallize incoming.
Got a bunch of people proby shear in this one.
Yeah. There's crystallize. Soak. Blade soon. Blade.
I'm good. I cleared it.
Oh, okay.
Zen, go in the thing.
Yeah, drop the orbs in the circle if you have them. Check blast.
You cannot escape my wrath. Draven, are you alright?
Crystallize incoming soon.
Range moved up, so you're not in your circle.
Crystallized. Soak. Blade. Eruption soon. Eruption. The circle. Dodge swirlies at your feet. Blades.
My blade will find you.
Eruption incoming.
See you right side.
Yep.
Maybe crystallized, we'll see.
Unless I get
Crystallized, stay in. Soak. Eruption. Triangle. Dodging. Blades out. Eruption incoming.
Ed, you have 2. Make sure you get the next crystallize.
Eruption to square.
Looks like I'll be getting it first for Bosch. Next one
Yes.
is going to start.
Dodging at your feet.
At your feet.
Break across my skin. Champions,
Crystallize.
I will clear the skies.
They're at transition. Soak. Get enough people in here. Blades out.
I'm getting robbed up.
Eruption incoming.
Here's no square.
This one goes to the star. Which is close. Okay.
The next one goes to circle.
Yep, next one will go to circle. Blades soon.
Vic, that'll be yours.
Blades incoming.
Actually, no, you don't have to still triple, never mind.
Either eruption or crystallize. We'll see. Eruption.
Oh wait, you guys all have.
Okay. Crystallize. Probably
Blast
right
phase.
after blast. Should have crystallized.
Hero.
Soon. Remember to take call to the far side.
Dick, I can get it.
Okay, okay.
Crystallized. So.
The call goes from the outside, right?
Yeah, you need to swap
Yeah.
the bosses where they are.
I'm running through.
Blades.
Little swap.
Melee, remember the boss is here, so watch out for blades. Eruption.
I can't.
So,
Circle, circle.
I got it, I got it.
Square.
Swirlies at feet.
Range, you should be on crawl.
Dodging.
Probably use a rally here.
Got it.
Blades soon. We need more on call.
Yes, can you move back?
Yeah, casting.
Probably.
Next eruption should be on where.
Crystallizes here and then eruption.
Bunch of people with lead.
I took him.
Good job, guys.
Okay, I'm set.
Eruption.
Keep as up.
Ed, you got it?
Dodging at your feet. Good. Call's quite a bit higher still. Blades out. Now dodging at your feet.
Another rally.
I don't have it.
Got
Hold on. Eruption incoming.
Do we need a filler for Hog?
Eruption goes to start.
Okay.
I mean, I got this one on the triangle.
We have one res. Get Hog up.
Here we go, Hog.
Crystallize incoming.
We're good. Soak this.
Krishal's a little higher. Krishal's high.
So go. Blades out.
Good job, guys.
That's fun.
Mechanics.
I know, right?
Stoneborn.
Still think it's less mechanics than Mechatorque.
No, I'm saying we did mechanics.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Is that our first night of attempts with them?
We
It's
had
our
one
first full night.
We had about 45 minutes one night. That's about all we've had, really.
No, we had about an hour, I thought.
Was it about an hour? Yeah. Okay.
Long enough that we took a break after a little while. No, that was Sledge Fist, never mind.
Flasks.
You up on everything else you need?
More loyalists. We must drive them back, my prince. You are the key to victory, mortals. Go! Strike down the one who has betrayed us all!
Look, Remonia. These daring mortals have persevered through every obstacle put before them. It seems we have little choice.
If you don't have agility on your boots or the reduced falling damage, I suggest getting your boots enchanted for this fight. Because you probably will be taking falling damage in the first phase, because when he pulls you up in the air for the first few, when you go down, if you're not using a mobility ability, you do take fall damage.
Yeah.
So if you need boots, trade Javier or whoever else can enchant.
Panda.
Since
We're
that's
squishy.
yeah, since that's already.
And did
a
you
big
want?
damage hit.
Did you want the fall?
Hey,
Yeah, fall damage if you need it. Trade.
Rushing one's work is so unflattering. I shall assist our guests with their atonement.
Fall damage.
Once they have repented, I will permit you.
The only other good one on boots is
rend
agility.
their bodies and send
Yeah,
their
depending what you need.
screaming.
Yeah, if you don't need like agility to attack, then get the boots, the soul treads.
I gave Barry the crappier agility enchant. Yeah, if anyone needs it, you go up and trade with Hobby as well.
All right. So real quick, I'm just gonna quickly go through the stuff that's new on heroic. Remember the first phase, you get these circles on you, and you had to run out and do some AOE damage around you, and it was no big deal on the first phase. Well, now it's called Night Hunter. It puts a circle around you, draws a line to the boss, and at the end of the cast time or whatever, at the end of it, the ability goes off, and the mob is going to image is going to run to you and do damage to you and heal the boss for a percentage of that damage, AoE damage to you. So how this
It's
is going
not
to...
a line to the boss, it's a line to the image, which could be anywhere.
What's the line to the image? Okay, so there's going to be an image somewhere. So basically how this works is you need to get away, you need to move somewhere very quickly away from people and then stand still. Because what everyone else has to do is we have to stand in those lines, not next to the person, so you don't get hit by the AoE, but like basically right in front of the image, so we all get hit by a charge to that person to reduce the damage to that person and reduce the amount it heals the boss.
Do not get hit by more than one line.
Yeah, don't get hit by them. Don't like try to stand in two lines that are crossing, because that'll just kill you. It's gonna be a bunch of damage. Okay, so that's different. And then we start with 5 stacks instead of 4, so we're gonna be using more of the room. No big deal. When you get hit by Impale or Massacre, you leave crap on the floor that lasts for a minute when we get down to the bottom. So Impale is the thing that puts arrows on you, random arrows on people, that the sword does the dashes. If you get one of those on you, you want to try to take it. Basically how it's going to work is you're going to want to try to make the sword shoot down the edge of the platform, if that makes sense. So you drop in the pools on the edge of the platform. Massacre is the thing that you should not be getting hit by anyway. It's the red slashes all over the place. Just don't get hit by it. If you get hit, you leave crap on the floor and make it significantly harder.
I always just got hit by this because it did like hardly any damage to a tank.
Yeah, it doesn't do much damage, but now it leaves crap on the ground that, you know, is literally the end of the world.
It also puts a bleed on you. It did on normal too.
Yes, it did. Yeah, you have to do mechanics, Hobby. So when one of the ads dies, it's going to shoot out crap literally everywhere at people's feet. So
Every person's feet.
Every person's feet. So we need to make sure we don't kill an ad right before the Hands of Destruction pull happens, because we don't want to all get pulled in and then crap drops literally everywhere. That's real bad.
It's also dangerous during Massacre.
Yeah, I mean, like here's the thing. It's not you take damage, it's you get hit and you get knocked back. Okay? So if you get hit by this, you're probably going off the platform. So we need to make sure we're not killing those ads when that's going off. And then there's something in the last... What is Smoldering Ire? Oh, what is Fatal Finesse? That's his... Okay, that's the slash thing in the last phase where he picks some random people and we kind of spread out and it was no big deal. Well, what's going to happen is it's going to spawn like a bomb.
An orb that we have to soak.
It's like an Ashara orb.
Yeah, it's the orbs. Yeah, there's the thing, the AoE thing's going to go off around the person, and then there's going to be an orb, and we just need to soak those orbs. Yep, that's all of it. Let's go.
But you explained everything already?
That's all of it.
All the changes.
I'm trying to be fast. People tell me I take too long. Let's go.
I had to wait while you were talking.
There's stuff. Don't die, pull. Is that fast enough? What's missing there, Clonius?
That Night Hunter thing I didn't hear you about. Aren't we supposed to soak in between players when they get targeted?
You weren't listening. Yeah, we're ready to pull.
Yes.
Yes, we went over that.
Don't stand next to the circled target, and don't stand in 2 lines.
Yes, we went over it. I'm offended, guys. He wasn't listening. No one does that.
What?
I look at it this way. I'm a perfect raid leader, and every mechanic y'all fails because you weren't listening.
That's arguable.
I have no evidence to prove that wrong.
You have no evidence to prove that right.
So?
So at this point, it's an untested theory that has no basis in fact.
The best kind of theory.
I might have missed it. On phase 3, the swords, are we like stacking those up loosely? I missed that. If you said it.
The swords, the slash thing that
Yes.
picks people, you just take it to the edge.
And then they're gonna randomly spawn those ads.
No, there's no ads. They put pools in the ground.
The orbs that you soak.
I swear they spawn ads. I saw my friend streaming Heroic. And they like loosely did concentric circles. Like in a triangle
It spawns
overlapping.
orbs that you soak.
It spawns orbs?
Oh,
you soak.
okay.
The last phase.
Maybe I misremembered that. Okay. Never mind.
That's the last phase.
Maybe that's
And
mythic.
we
That
will
was
probably
option.
have to have melee helping soak those orbs, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, everyone's have to soak them. I mean, basically, if it's possible, you need to move the boss to those orbs. If it's possible. So.
And one thing to be careful of when dropping those orbs is knockbacks still happen, so don't drop them where you're going to get knocked back into off the cliff or something when trying to soak.
Yep.
Look and see if you're in Team Izzy or Team Hobby for the thing at the beginning.
Good call. Also check Flask.
So I understand if you miss one of your stacks on this, you're probably dying during the transition.
You have to catch up.
Yeah, don't. Like, the ads are meaner and everything hurts more, so don't miss. Because if you get behind, you're just going to make it harder later.
And remember, that Night Hunter will happen while we're killing ads. So we've really got to blow those up.
Yup.
And you can take some extra markers off people, too.
Oh, I think that was the last boss putting them on people.
I marked Hobby and I.
Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You will answer for your
Screwed, be ready.
Confess your sins, lest they
Night Hunter. Lions, make sure you soak one of them.
Yep.
Ezzy's group right after that.
If you have 5, you're in this one.
Ezzy's group.
We saw 5 people with 5 stacks.
That was weird. I was in it.
So
Yeah,
don't run away.
Keep moving.
Ravage incoming.
Kills.
Ravage.
Lemuria, they're in my castle, these pests.
Hobby's group.
Yeah, 5 still. You better be in all of the.
Confess your sins, lest they
Ads to the last 5.
Line. Pro rally.
Your humans
Not sure
amassed
good
a
time.
I didn't.
We gotta have those ads dead before that.
Yep.
cleanses the soul.
Ezzy's group. We're dead.
Yep.
Did I screw up the Night Hunter thing and not go to a good spot? Because
The important thing about Night Hunter is move to the side and then stand still.
I mean,
I
like,
think I didn't get
on
close
night.
enough to everybody. I was too far behind.
I mean, too far away is okay, but one thing to keep in mind with Night Hunter, if you have extreme mobility, like you can leap, or you can blink, or you can fell rush immediately, and get that line going through ads, that is optimal.
True.
If you can't, do not worry about it, but if you have that ability and the ability to use it, do so.
Yeah, just remember, the
Right,
further
right,
you
right.
get away,
Right.
the further other people have to run to get in your line.
Yeah.
think that's what I was. I was too far behind everybody, so nobody could get to my line.
I mean, I made it back there.
You might have been the only
Yeah,
one.
you just
Like,
don't
I
have to
got-
go. You just don't have to go super far out.
It's just like with the blades on the last one. You just need to be out of the group so that we can see the line and people can choose to get in it.
I mean, you don't even need to run out. It's just that 4 yards around you, there needs to be no one. It's not that you need to get out. It's just don't be standing on people.
Is there? Can we like run the lines through like bosses and ads so that
Oh,
people
yeah.
can still? Yeah,
Yeah.
just make sure they're going through things that we have to kill. Because if you guys have them going through making people run away, we're wasting DPS.
So I'm gonna ask: did anyone feel like they were totally in the thing and it didn't work? 'Cause I think I missed
Yes.
one of them.
I
kinda
was
weird.
behind Hobby and it didn't take it off.
Okay.
Remember, it is a cone, so.
Yeah, it's a pretty tight cone too. I thought I was in one,
But the
So
further
if-
back behind the tank you are, the wider it is.
Yeah.
Did everyone else lose their flask?
What?
No.
No.
I have it on.
Whatever, I'm stupid.
Do you need one? I got an extra.
I'm good.
You still have yours. Yeah.
I'm gonna go to sleep.
Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You will answer for your arrogance.
I'll be screwed.
I hate how he does that.
Night Hunter.
Cross the beams on the boss, please.
Yeah, don't run
And
out.
add.
Run it through everybody, not out in the back. Your goal is to hit everyone with that line, not dodge people with it.
Enemies next.
The 5, you better be here. So I have 2 people with 5.
Night Hunter incoming. Ravage incoming.
Memoria, exterminate
Hobby's group. Immediately followed by Night Hunter.
Confess your sins, lest
Where's Night Hunter?
Hurts.
Pro Rally.
I'm sorry.
cost you everything.
Don't-
Confess your sins, lest
Die.
So, you want to stand in the beams for the Night Hunter?
Yes.
Yeah, if you have the circle on you, you want to move enough to where there is line distance that people can stand in, and ideally the line goes near enemies.
You also don't want anybody in your circle, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
But if the image is right next to you, you need to move away from it so that the line actually has some distance that's not in the circle.
Let me put it this way: if it's on you and you move and then stand still and someone's in your circle, that's not your fault. That's their fault.
Yeah.
Don't even worry about that.
come back with some better story.
Hey, Rafaj. I don't know if it'll work, but you might try to have a mortal strike on the boss when that Night Hunter goes off.
It should work, and I typically do.
Okay. Yeah, the beams are magic damage. Hey, Jumblo, the beams are magic damage.
Gotcha. Yeah, now y'all need me.
Do you need to put your magic shell back on your toolbar?
He was doing a great job on Sun King.
Jumblo was, yeah, Jumblo. I always need you. Glad you're here.
Thanks, buddy.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
I'm
2,
glad Nirmal's here.
1.
Your pain will be your downfall.
Hobby screw.
Confess your sins, lest they
Night Hunter.
That was good.
Right. As he's grouped immediately.
confess your sins,
As he's grouped.
lest they consume.
Night Hunter. Don't stand at the cross.
If you have an immunity, you can.
Okay. Ravage incoming.
Demonia, exterminate this vermin.
Collect where all the skeletons are.
Hobbies group.
Or if you have 5.
Confess your sins, lest they
Night. Line.
Barry, make sure you get that line to go
Rowing.
like through the raid.
Your humans amassed a debt you cannot
Yeah, you
pay.
want people to be able to stand in your line and
As
also
he's grouped.
So I need to run to the wall instead of running out. Pretty much.
It depends on where the image comes from, because you're not gonna know.
We're not killing Echoes quick enough.
Yeah, we're not. Just like
No, because we need those beams to go through things we have to kill, and also we need to.
Demonia, exterminate this vermin.
okay. So real quick, does anyone have a toy or something that makes a laser beam? Like, could you just sit there and channel on me? I want to show you something real quick. Come here.
Everyone that raided with Robin Rush said,
Just come out here to Skull. Let's pretend, okay, that the raid is at like green, or where green is where the boss is, right? Let's say I'm standing, okay, here, and for some reason my shade spawns here. So I want everyone to do is I want you to think about in the first second, aim, okay, aim where your laser's gonna go. So for me, I would want to do this, and then I want you to make it longer and run through everybody. So move like that. So everyone can see this is where the laser's going to be once you get it here, and then just make the laser longer. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? So like if I wanted to hit, blue as the boss and it was here, I would want to go here, and then I make the laser longer and just run as far as I can through ads and stuff in this direction. Does that make sense?
Well, as far as you can, past people and then stop.
Yeah, because if I just, I want to go run over there, then people are chasing the laser and it's hard to get in it, and it's weird. So aim it and then make it longer.
Or just aim it. Let's get that
Or
down
just aim
first.
it. Yeah, aiming is better first. But, yeah. Cool. What is that, Poke? A Pexus focusing shard.
Pexus focusing shard.
You
I
couldn't
have no
have
idea
asked for
where-
a better beam.
Could, but there'd be no need. But you could still ask.
Like, with how quick the ads are dying, I almost want to just say, aim your beam through the clumps of ads, melee go kill ads. That's almost what I want to do,
We'll probably be doing that anyway.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we need to be doing. Would this be easier if they weren't all clumped up against the wall?
Probably not.
Yeah. Well, like, that way, like, if we were more in the middle of the room, then there would be more room for people to walk through us to the other side. Because they can't, the problem is, like, the mobs are up on the wall, and they're trying to put the laser through them, but they're up on the wall on top of the mobs with their AoE, I don't know, I'm just thinking out loud. Let's go.
So you're saying point out instead of in?
No.
Nah, the purple, the circle is pretty small. I don't think that's a big deal. Because other people can get out of the circle. As long as you're cognizant of it.
Yeah. I mean, maybe Tank's just trying not to cram him right up against the wall, you know?
I think where Javi had it on that first one was probably about right.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I want to do that because if it seems like if I try to move too much, he like just blinks on top of me like on the wall. So I'm not gonna stand next to the wall anymore.
Yeah, that's fine.
Otherwise I'll make it so that he misses people.
Yeah.
Here we go.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Your path will be your downfall. Confess your sins, lest they
That was good.
Your humans amassed
As his group right after
you
that.
cannot pay. Confess your sins, lest they curse. Cannot be challenged.
Ads, guys.
Grimoria,
Ravage.
exterminate this.
Javi's group.
Get one of the healers up if you can. If you can reach either one of them.
Confess your sins, lest they curse.
Yes, Sam.
Night Hunter. Rally.
Got it.
Your humans amassed a debt you
As his
cannot
group
pay.
right after. As his group. Night Hunter.
Cannot be challenged. Grimoria, they're in my castle, these pests.
Die.
Did you think you could win?
The percentage is he transition?
70.
Yeah, we're way behind on that.
Well, because of people dying.
Yeah.
Until people are dead, our damage on the boss is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
ton of damage we're taking in this first phase.
That's because the ads are staying alive too long. That time there, it looked like everybody ran to get in line to the Night Hunters and just left all the ads that weren't in the lines, and they were just doing AoE damage to everybody.
Yeah. Ranged, if you can focus the ones not in the lines, that will probably help.
So, what if we put a marker on a melee, and that marker always goes to the biggest clump of ads and kills those, and then the Night Hunter's job is to shoot their line through that group? Could that work?
I don't know.
Because it puts all the melee on top of them instead of, you know, wherever.
We might as well just have the tanks do that, so the boss is there too.
That's true. That could be it. Just always shoot your laser through the boss and just put the boss on top of clumps of ads. That makes sense. Javi, just move the boss to the biggest clump of ads like you've been doing anyway, and we're going to shoot all the lasers through the boss. Yeah, just do what you've been doing. That way the melee knows if they're standing on the boss and killing ads around it, well, they're in the lasers. Now, if we're shooting both of them through the boss, they're going to cross.
No, it's fine if the lines cross, you just don't want to be standing where they cross.
That's true. Okay. Yeah, both on you is going to kill you.
Yeah, the
Just
second one does 500% extra damage.
Yeah, so don't stand where they cross, but yeah, okay, we can try that.
it looks like we need about a minimum of 5 people on each line, or we're gonna lose someone.
Well, I mean, as many as possible because we don't want her to heal.
Yes, but if everyone's in one, kind of look at the other, and if there's no one in it, we need at least 5.
Yeah.
I've noticed that a couple times.
That's fair. Eddie there? Hey Sam, I'm curious of something. Does freedom work if you precast it before the transition?
Yes.
Okay, good to know. Well, not tonight, but there's some stuff we can do where we can have some people not getting specific classes with some stuff not getting their stacks down, so we have to deal with less ads. But not gonna worry about tonight.
I haven't been, let's just say I haven't been 100% at casting it before the transition on my sim.
Yeah, I know. But like, for example, if we had a call out for it and it was, you know, someone really watching health, you could like soak none the entire time, and that would be like a bunch less ads we'd have to deal with.
And less damage on blood price.
And less damage on blood price. There's some stuff other people can do, but we don't need to worry about that too much. Like, I think Shaman can do it. And actually Death Knight can do it too.
I think Necroload Warrior could do it now, but I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
The Night Fae.
Can you hear me?
Now we can. I think Night Fae have to be down to 3 or 4 stacks, not 5.
Here we go. Yeah, Jumbo, you actually don't need to soak it all if you use Death's Advance.
4,
Or cast it,
3,
but yeah.
2,
We'll run that next time.
You will answer for your arrogance.
Script.
Shoot the lasers through the boss. Don't stand on the boss with it, please.
Your vanity will cost you everything. Pain cleanses the soul.
There's 3 up against the wall.
Ravage incoming.
Here we are. They're in my castle.
Hobby Script next. Hobby Script. Crow Rally.
Your vanity will cost you everything. Pain
As he's
cleanses
grouped.
the soul.
Ravage incoming.
lest they consume. Can your rebellion is at an end?
So I think I'm gonna change the rallying cry timing to right after Night Hunter goes off.
That makes sense.
Because we're not getting fully healed back up anyway, so we might as well top off then rather than right before Blood Price.
Do you have the extended thing?
Okay, so I'm just gonna assume, alright? We're gonna assume that everyone from now on is gonna be able to perfectly time their special stuff they can do. Which is ridiculous, but we'll get that timing down. So Jumblo, do not soak. You can use Death's Advance if you precast it before the thing to survive. G-Witter, do not soak. If you are in Ghost Wolf form, you cannot be slowed below 100% movement speed. Sam, do not soak, because you can freedom yourself. What else is
Do
there?
not soak what? The
Cleansing Pain.
The Cleansing Pain at all. Don't lower your stacks at all. Basically, what's
Okay.
going to happen is we're going to try and call out right before he transitions. If you use Death's Advance, you cannot be slowed below 100% movement speed. So if you use Death's Advance right before the transition, you can make it to the middle.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some stuff.
How long does their thing last?
Long enough. If his is 8 seconds, Ghost Wolf is literally until you get out of Ghost Wolf.
I think the Night Fae one you only have to deal down to 3 stacks, I think.
Yeah, Night Fae, there's some of those, but we'll be looking into that more. I'm just trying to lower the... What groups are y'all in?
I think I clicked mine when he started RPing, and it went off before I had a chance to move. So you can't just do it at like 70... I don't even know if you can do it at 71%.
Yeah.
Do it just before he transitions.
Yeah, it's got to be like just before he transitions, because you got the RP of him pushing you over there, and then you have to walk all the way across to everything.
Yeah. Haley, if I assigned you a person to always life grip, would you be able to do it? And it was always the same person? Would you be able to do that?
Yeah, if I make it to the circle.
Alright, who do you like the most?
Well, it all depends if the direction that he's running, and then because we all go and come are shot out in different directions, correct?
Yeah, but whoever it is will be close enough to the middle to be able to grab him.
Well, whoever it is needs to at least drop a few stacks and not have 5, because if they're 5, then he probably won't be in range.
Sure. Alright, let's just go with this.
Well, what's the point of that even?
It
Just
makes
keep
it where
just-
we would get less ads.
Just keep an eye out.
We're talking about the transition to the drop, right?
Yeah, don't worry about it tonight. Let's just keep going. I thought Sprint made it where you couldn't be slowed by a certain percentage. I guess not. Oh, that was an old glyph, wasn't it?
In classic, if you
Got Night Fae
spec
either way,
into it.
'cause I think-
Alright, let's go.
Here we go.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You're awesome for your arrogance.
Hobby skirt.
Cleanses the soul. Your hubris amassed a debt you cannot
As
pay.
he's group.
Confess your sins, lest they curse you.
Ravage incoming.
Good placement with those.
Obvious group.
Pain cleanses the soul.
Rally.
Your hubris amassed a debt you cannot pay. Pain cleanses the soul. Cannot be challenged.
Ravage incoming. Long way to go.
We're gonna stay in the middle, and then once you clear it, go to the
obvious group.
Confess your sins, lest they curse
Tank rally.
Your hubris amassed a debt you cannot pay.
As you
confess your sins, lest they curse
line. You have 9 seconds to get to 71%. Here's where the timing's at.
Yeah, I can't see the stuff, but I mean, people should be popping, blowing all the cooldowns, pretty much everything.
We would have, if no one had died, we would have gotten it, timing-wise.
Yeah, we have
just
1% there to go.
Yeah, so this is the time to be blowing, like, everything.
Basically everything except hero.
I'm sure Vantis Friends next week will help.
I'm not sure.
Because no one used them on the last boss, did they?
A few
of us did.
Yeah, a few of us did.
Yeah, we wouldn't be popping defensive cooldowns too.
This is the most unavoidable damage in the whole fight. So if you have the circle thing on you, and you're up against the wall and you can't see what's going on, just stop moving.
Yeah.
Rather than moving around a bunch. I got clipped by a circle of someone still moving right before it went off.
Yeah, there's a few things I'm looking at here we'll probably try next time. Like one of them, the example is that everyone has everything up, so for the first one, everyone eats it, and you just obliterate all the ads, and then they do like 3 groups for the rest of it, so they're all smaller groups. It's kind of interesting, so how they cycle through it all, but I'll get that all figured out for next time. Because we're obliterating them in the first one, because you know everyone's popping all their big cooldowns when they spawn. Here we go.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Obvious
group. Confess your sins, lest they curse you. Your vanity will cost you.
Right after.
Confess your sins, lest they curse you.
I'm not sure. thought he was doing that.
He was still on hobby.
Good job on the ads.
All three of them.
Ravage.
I'm just gonna die.
No, just keep going.
No, I'm gonna die because my weapon's broke.
Ow.
I didn't realize that I didn't repair this whole time.
Hobby's group and about half of Ezzy's. Rally.
Except that.
Your vanity will cost you everything.
Ezzy's group.
Confess your sins, lest they
Ravage.
exterminate.
The Hobby's group and the other half of Ezzy's group.
Pain cleanses the soul. Challenged.
The other rally, sorry.
One still.
It's a master debt you cannot pay.
Didn't quite get it there. Ezzy's group.
Confess your
Most groups are dead.
We can keep everyone alive with DPS.
Yeah.
We need to split up DPS cooldowns. We can't have everyone blow all theirs on the very first group and they take like 5 seconds to kill, and then the second and third one take us forever.
Exterminate.
I'm saving mine for the second or the third group. My big ones, my big AoE ones.
Wow. We did.
I was able to do it during the talking.
Fall to me on your knees,
So, but like right as he was talking.
and I will
Yeah,
grant
and
you
I
a
wasn't.
merciful end.
Go, pro, go!
Like, got him at 71, and then I hit it right as he started talking.
I did it.
No, you
Right
didn't.
as he stopped, I immediately used it.
Yo, so let's just keep going.
Servants, remove this refuse.
Just keep going,
from
it's
my
cool.
sight.
We're not gonna
Yeah.
push next phase, but everyone focus down this side.
You can at least see it.
Scream for me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Coming in 5.
Yeah, so the Impale, you're gonna want to be taking all of it to the same side of the platform.
Impale. If you've got an arrow, go to that side. There's the swirlies from the ad dying.
Yep.
Hand of Destruction in about 7.
Scream for me.
So that's the AoE pull.
Shadows consume you.
Impale will happen right after it.
Alright, you got that.
Thank you for giving me permission to die.
You're welcome.
Your rebellion.
Since Impale is a bigger deal, we will probably want to stay on the far side of the mirror until Impale's over, if you get it on you.
Yeah, if you get Impale on you, do not go back through the mirror until Impale's gone off. But yeah.
And maybe dedicate one. Can we dedicate one healer at that point to that? Just in case?
The Impale hit really doesn't do that much damage. I don't know.
It
Well,
didn't. Let me check.
Tampo,
Yeah, I
do you
don't think-
repair?
Yes,
20,000
I was fully red.
plus a
Yeah.
dot. We'll probably need a healer with those people. Unless they're all like completely topped off.
Gammon, save us. Gammon, save us.
Yeah, probably.
Gammon,
Everybody green.
Gammon, save us. Gammon, save us. Gammon will save us. Gammon will save us.
we go.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let your penance begin. Cleanses the soul.
Careful moving there at the end because you're moving the cross point in the middle and you're gonna kill people. If you have the beef, you need to be standing still at the end of it.
This group.
Cleanses the soul.
It's fine.
Still on me.
Stop moving at the end of that. Get your beam in place and stand still.
Ravage incoming.
They're in my castle of these pests.
Obvious group.
I am a
Confess your sins, lest they curse.
Rally.
Your vanity will cost you.
Ezzy's group.
Pain cleanses the soul.
Ravage incoming.
Ramonia, exterminate this vermin.
Obvious group.
Confess your sins, lest they curse.
Rally.
Your humans amassed a debt you cannot pay.
Ezzy's group.
Confess your sins,
72%.
lest they curse.
71.
Push it now.
Alright.
Alright. Boss.
It is time you
Use your things.
crawl to me on your knees.
Yep.
Surrender.
I hit it as soon as he started and it ran out, and you can see where I'm standing.
Can Haley grab him?
Sorry.
Maybe if you weren't a Tauren.
I mean, freedom isn't actually on the list, on the guide, so it may not work. It may be too short.
I think it might be too short with 5 stacks.
Yeah.
Make sure
Can we go ahead and res
Pain is
Sam?
not towards us.
Res Sam.
Scream for me.
Impale incoming soon.
They're ready?
Impale. Get the arrows to the outside. Dodge those. AoE pull 5.
Don't kill this.
Too late.
Do it after the. Yeah, you're right. I guess we're okay. Okay, make sure you move.
If you get Impale, stay over here. Impale is out.
Back through.
Massacre incoming. Massacre.
Well, that's way faster.
Launch the ads thing. Impale in 2.
Nice, Ezzy.
Impale
That was
was a
awesome.
moment of
That
panic.
was awesome.
New ads would come out right here.
Handle this filth.
Alright, I got this for 8 seconds.
Scream for me.
There's Impale.
Rafaj, I'm gonna need you to not hit the raid with the shockwave, please. Come on, bad take.
I'm just trying to make us wipe more efficiently.
Massacre these rebels.
Down goes Ed.
Progress.
Yeah.
He is teleport, not fair. He's cheating.
Yeah.
Can't
You
kite.
can't kite him. That's why there's no Demon Hunter tanks on this boss, because when you try to kite him, he just teleports to you and hits you harder.
Cheat codes.
Well, he's a vampire. Why would you think otherwise?
At least he's not like turning into a cloud of smoke or bats and stuff like that. Or sorry, cloud of mist. That's what it was.
Yeah.
6% in the first night. It's good stuff.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, made it through phase 1, so that's good.
Yeah, that was the goal when we got to him tonight. Was